Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. So we are in Guado Salam and pretty much done actually, and on our way finally out to the Thunder Plains.
Oh no, we're here.
How are we supposed to cross that?
See the lightning rod towers? The lightning is drawn to them, hopefully.
We head north, not too near and not too far from the towers, yeah?
Meaning we should avoid wide open areas.
I think I forgot something in Guado Salam.
Nice knowing you.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, so Riku does not like thunder, apparently, and is deathly afraid of it. So at some point here, I'll end up doing the lightning dodging later. So there's rewards for successful lightning dodges, and I think if you do 200 in a row, is it something for Lulu's weapon? I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But I'm not going to do that yet. I think that it's a lot better to just do it when we don't have random encounters. So yeah, I'll come back and take care of that later. Man, I think I'm so rusty that, and I guess also I wasn't really focused on dodging it, but I think I only actually dodged one bolt. Yeah, well, maybe a couple. I guess maybe a couple, but it didn't go well. But anyways, so we're the enemies here in this area are a little bit beefier than in previous areas as well. So you'll probably notice. I guess if you're following along, you'll notice a kind of a power spike in the enemies. As far as steals or anything like that, honestly, I didn't really bother, and there isn't really that much that I would say is worthwhile as far as like farming purposes. The Iron Giant at least is sort of interesting. Let me see here. It's been a while now since I looked at these enemies, but let's see. There's the Ochu. Ochu was really good. Larva has an equipment drop rate of 23%, 1 to 3 slots. The weapons will have Lightning Strike, and the armor will have Lightning Ward. That's not that great, honestly. Yeah, that's not really impressive. The Iron Giant, though, and actually the Iron Giant isn't in this area now that I'm thinking about it. At least not in this first screen. He'll be in basically the Thunder Plains is split up into 2 areas. And the Iron Giants will be found in the northern area. But again, 31% drop rate, 2 to 3 slots, which is actually pretty good, right? That there's no equipment that'll drop from them that only have 1 slot, so that's something. The weapons have 5% strength, 10% strength, which is cool. That's kind of an upgrade, and I don't believe was available on any weapons up until this point. And then same with magic and magic 10%, right? So 5% or 10% on the weapons. I'm guessing that's Lulu and Yuna only. And then as far as the equipment abilities, SOS regen, which is kind of interesting, and then either 5% or 10% HP. So yeah, I mean, at least the Iron Giant is kind of interesting. Also, you can steal light curtains from them. I don't know if I did that. And then you can steal lunar curtains from the larva. Both of those can be used to put on your gear and, or I should say, customize your gear. with, I think it's SOS Protect, and then probably SOS Shell. So, I don't know, kind of interesting, not something that I bothered with. But then also there's Cactar enemies. Only 1 to 2 slots, though, which I think makes farming them kind of pointless. And then, initiative is kind of cool on the weapons. Sometimes those strength 5% and sometimes magic 5%. And then as far as equipment abilities, on the armor, sometimes you'll have, MP 5%, HP Stroll, or MP Stroll, which, I don't know, I guess is kind of interesting. So, like, HP Stroll will, which, it's funny, it reminds me of, or I guess I should say it functions basically the same way as the Tintinabulum or Tintinabar from Final Fantasy VI, where every time you take a step, it restores some of your health. So kind of interesting, but I don't know. I guess I should say it's actually kind of good for, I guess, yeah, just farming, like, in general. Just because it's more of a convenience thing, right? It's not really, making you more powerful in battle, but it's more about, being able to restore your health outside of battle, and so, I guess not having to have Yuna heal, I guess, is kind of nice. But I don't know. The thing is, in this game, there's so many save spheres all over the place where it's pretty rare where you're not, super close to a save point, and so I guess, HP and MP Stroll aren't that useful, I guess. But yeah, I guess at least somewhat convenient. So anyway, so yeah, I went into the menu there just to try to I guess spend some of my sphere levels, and I mean, honestly, I'm still very. I think I'm very. I don't know if I would say over. Yeah, I'd probably say over leveled. I think that's fair. I've just, I put in so much time farming Ochus that my characters are still really feeling strong right now. Lulu, though, I suppose is maybe feels a little bit less powerful than some of the other characters, but that's honestly mostly because I barely spent any time farming with her. It was mostly Titus, Yuna. Spent a lot of time with Waka and probably Riku as well. So here's our first Cactar Stone. I forgot. In order to activate the Cactar Stones, you need to press the square button in front of them. And I actually wish I would have done that. I think that if I'm remembering correctly here, when you pray to the Cactar Stones, they become available in combat and or as random encounters. And then on top of that, the more stones you pray at, or like the stones that you pray at kind of determine how many you'll run into battle at a time. And so basically the first stone that we pray at will make battles where one Cactar is available. And then the second stone we pray at, then there'll be Cactars sometimes appearing in pairs, and then the third stone we pray at will make encounters with 3 Cactars start appearing. So, and then it caps out at 3. So you'll never run into any battles with like 4 at a time. But Cactars are, I eventually run into them. It won't be, actually, it's not going to be this video, unfortunately, because I didn't start praying at any of them, I think, until the second area. So, but I'm pretty sure I've got footage of at least one of those in the next video. So, all right, we've got some dialogue here, and then I'll jump in this a bit more, and then, yeah, I'm going to take a look at what the AP that the Cactars have, because I thought they had a lot, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, hello there. Would you like to hear about this place? Very well. Let me tell you about the crossing. A long time ago, this place was a traveler's nightmare. Plains of lightning, plains of thunder. Those who cross are torn asunder. Or so they used to say. Then a man by the name of Bilgan appeared. Using Machina, he built towers that served as lightning rods across the plains. Finally, travelers were able to cross in safety. Bilgan was building that tower over there when he was struck and killed by lightning.
And that, as they say, is that. I don't think I ever thought of this in any of my previous playthroughs, but it's interesting that, in my understanding, is that all of the summoners make a similar pilgrimage, right? And I don't think I ever really thought about it before, but that means that pretty much every summoner is benefiting from Machina on their journey. The Thunder Plane, Macon just described the lightning rods as being Machina. So, I don't know, kind of a fun little detail there that I never really even thought about until this time around. But also the cactars, that's right. So let me just see here. I meant to mention this before, but I don't know, 350 AP, 525 for an overkill. Actually, that's not that good. Iron Giants are better. So, I guess I was wrong on that one.
Good day.
Hi there.
Is it true? I heard that Maester Seymour and Lady Yuna are to be wed.
It's such great news. I have to tell everyone.
Where'd you hear that?
From the Guado. They were all very excited.
Huh. I'm afraid you heard a little wrong. Yuna's gonna turn him down.
Oh, really? I see. That's unfortunate. Well, I'm sure that people would have rejoiced all over Spira.
That's right, no wedding. We'll come across Shalinda again a little bit later, and it's kind of funny. She takes it as Titus joking that that they were not getting married, but anyways, moving on. The rest of this video is really just going to be the little bit of the trip to the travel agency, and it's funny. I don't know. I like the scenes, and Riku being so afraid is kind of funny. And then did she already tell the story about why? I think she must have already told the story. Yeah, I think that must have been right away. But yeah. I wish I actually would have prayed at these stones, and done this a little bit better. What ended up happening for me is because I didn't pray at enough of them. Then anytime I came across the cactars, I was only getting into fights with one of them, and again that's because I didn't pray at those. Other than there was a single stone that I prayed at in the northern part. So again, wish I would have done that a little bit differently, but that's all right. I'll end up coming back later. And also there's I don't know if it might actually be Kimahri's Spirit Lance itself that is available at some point here. And I believe that is for, I think you have to pray at all of the stones first, but it's kind of dead weight until much later. So I just didn't bother, picking that up. And I thought also, that when I do that video, I'll probably do like all of the celestial video or weapons together, and I thought that, you know, for continuity, it would probably just be better to wait until later. So it looks like this is going to be the last battle here that I do up until the until after the events at the travel agency. So we'll do a bunch more dialogue, and then I'll talk a little blitzball actually.
Whoa, that was a close one.
Stop kidding around.
Yes, ma'am. What's wrong?
You're giving me the creeps. Hey, whoa!
I want to go home. I hate lightning. I hate thunder. Let's go rest over there, please.
This storm never stops. Better to cross quickly.
I know, but just for a little while.
Well, what now?
Pretty please? Just a few minutes. I'm scared of lightning. Let's rest, please. Pretty please. I'm too young to die. You're mean, cruel. Your moms would be ashamed of you. Are you having fun doing this to me?
Fine. We rest. She's worse than the storm.
I'm a little tired. Do you have a room available? Ah, Lady Summoner. Yes, just over that way. Thank you.
Yuna?
It's not like her.
All right, so yeah, definitely something going on with Yuna here. Doesn't seem to be wanting to. Something's bothering her. But anyway, so this is Miffiery. Looks like she's playing for the Goers right now. I actually learned, I think it was Volley Shot 2 from her, which is, by the way, all of those techniques are extremely annoying. But she. When the AI uses her, as or has been using her. I don't know if it's always the case, but has been using her as a midfielder. I think she's okay, but honestly, not one of the characters that I like that much. All right, and here's the little tutorial. I guess is it a tutorial? Anyway, or explanation here of how to pray at the Cactar stones. And again, I wish I would have done that in the southern part, and I had actually considered going back down there and doing that, but of course I didn't, and then later regretted it. So again, one of those kind of do as I say, not as I do kind of deals. But all right, that's looking like that's it for this one. As always, I hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.